Hi, Randall family. Guess where we are? We are on the roof of the Randall Museum. I'm Nancy. I'm the curator here, and I'm also a beekeeper. And for me, spring is always about installing bees on the roof of the building. We are doing this today on video because we are starting a new program to help people in their homes to understand insects, and it's called Bug Month. Everybody knows Bug Day. Well, we have metamorphized Bug Day into Bug Month. So watch for videos all through the month of May about insects. But today, as I say, we're doing bee installing. So what I've done is I went to a special place that raises bees and got what they call a package of bees. These are all bees that were put into this little container, so I was able to safely drive home. Do you know how many bees are in here? There's probably 40,000 bees. So you have to be pretty brave to drive in a car with 40,000 bees, but it's okay. They weren't going to get out. And they have a brand new queen who they don't know yet. And I'm going to show you her. She's in her own special container. And we're going to put this package of bees into our hive here on the roof. Let's get started. So the first thing a beekeeper always needs is to wear their lucky bee socks for installing bees, which I have done, just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Okay, first and foremost, we need to put our suit on. Our suit is a white jacket that has a special face that's covered in netting. So just in case the bees got a little worried and might want to sting, I would be protected. But generally, in this process, the bees are very, very gentle. They're ready and waiting to get to their new home so that they can start their new life. So as you can probably guess, because these bees have been taken from their original home and we're putting them in a new home, they're a little nervous. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do is spray them with a little bit of sugar water. And what that does is it not only gives them something to lick off their own bodies, but it gives something for them to lick off their friends' bodies, and that actually helps calm them down. Somewhat like cats grooming. Okay. Next, we're going to use our handy hive tool, and we're going to peel out the can that is inside of the box of bees. We're going to do that very slowly. This contains sugar water as well. And you don't want to go too fast because there's bees hanging off the end of it. Now that I have it open, I can get out the queen. Now the queen comes in her own little cage because these bees have not actually met this queen before. She was just installed with them 2 days ago. So they're getting to know her by her smell. And this little cage protects her from the bees. And by the time this little piece of candy that's on the end of this is eaten through from her side and their side, it will be about 3 days. And that's about all the time they need to get to know her. So I'm going to very carefully place her in between a couple frames here. And just to make sure she doesn't fall, I'm going to pin her little cage to the top here with a push pin. There. Okay, so now I'm going to pour the bees as they they say, into the hive by just doing a few shakes. And I'm going to leave the rest of the box for them to crawl into so that they will learn very quickly where their new home is. Okay, they're mostly in. Oops. Some of them are straggling on the outside of the box. I'm just trying to lift them into the center so that I could close them in for the night without squishing very many. So I'm going to reach for my top here, and I'm going to try to encourage them to get off the edges. I can put the top on, and then they can slowly get themselves organized. I'm going to give them a little extra top so that I can leave the can of sugar water in here with them so that they have something to eat while they're getting organized in their new home. Okay. Let's line this all up. There we go. Come on, sweetheart. There we go. All right. So now we're going to leave them to do the rest for themselves. So that's the last step. We're going to let this box empty out on its own. They will come to the front of the hive and raise up what they call their Nasinoff gland, which is just a little scent that will tell everybody to come home. This is their new home. And now we have bees in the city, and we're going to let them be.